So Andy, what did you make of today's game?
Obviously delighted to get a win. We're coming to the team that got relegated from SWPL 1. We're 1-0 down at half time. Obviously the first game of any league season, when you open up, it's full of excitement, it's the anticipation, the amount of weeks you've been building in pre-season. So I think it was our finest performance, but to be 1-0 down away from home against a team that's going to be challenging and right up there for the league, I think the players have to take a lot of credit, and I'm really happy with the way that they turned it around in the second half.
So as you mentioned, two teams that are considered favourites for this league this year. What was your approach coming into it?
Well, we know they're going to be one of the favourites, but we've recruited well alongside the players that we've kept and been building on for the last few seasons. So we were coming here to have a go. As I say, I don't think it was our finest performance in terms of our attacking threat. So to win a game against one of the challengers, or one of the many challengers for the league, and still have a lot to improve upon, is a really good sign for me.
Going in at half time, as you mentioned, you were 1-0 down at that point. What did you say to maybe spark the team on in the second half?
Well, it was just to keep calm. Although we went in 1-0 down, and we could have defended the situation a lot better, I didn't think there was any need for panic. Again, I'm reiterating that we didn't perform very well in an attacking sense and create many opportunities, but it was just to keep calm. We tried to tweak a couple of things in terms of the movements of our forward players to get on the ball in better spaces. And to an extent that worked, but again, still lots to improve upon. But I'll say again, to win a game when you've not performed particularly well against one of your main challengers is a really pleasing thing to happen.
Also the goal that got you back into the game, the equaliser, a bit of a stunner, if you will. That goal though came at the right time. It seemed to be a bit of a sucker punch to Hamilton and just pushed you on, didn't it?
Well, it's she's got that in her locker. Everybody knows that she's got that in her locker, and that ability to see it, not only just to deliver it and execute it, but to see it in the first place. So yeah, and I said that to girls in half time, any game, if it's one goal and then you get yourself back level, especially in the second half, you go into the ascendancy, and you take a lift from that, and we just wanted to then kick on and try and get the win, and obviously we managed to do that.
Not to put you on the spot, but the more difficult question, do you think last season this would have been a game that you perhaps might have lost? Do you think there's maybe a change in mentality in the squad to go on and win this season?
Good question. Possibly. I don't want to do a disservice to the players, but I think last year, in terms of the depth of our squad, we were difficult to make changes, difficult to influence the game. So if you look at bringing on Caroline Heron, obviously quality, that's played in the top league, scored many goals in the top league. You're bringing on Jenny Smith, who is a Scottish internationalist. Then that depth definitely impacts on the squad's belief, and it definitely impacts on the players' belief. And players that are playing ahead of these sorts of players, you can only take confidence from being selected above them at the minute. So I wouldn't say it was a definite, but yeah, I could have seen a struggle last season compared to now, with I think the players, even if we go behind, we know that we can still get back in the game.
It's a big win, as you mentioned, for your team today. What's the aim now for the rest of the season? What would you say to everybody watching today?
Hutchie next week. Obviously that's a standard response, but it's true. Yeah, we won today, and yeah, we're delighted coming away from home against Hamilton, one of the main challengers for the league. But it's one game, and if they come to our place and beat us, then it's level pegging. So it really is the standard cliche response that you're getting. It's Hutchie next week, and we look to build on it, get 6 points, and then it's a wee break for the cup, and we'll just take it from there.